Hello, welcome back. Alright, so we're going to Minneapolis. Mississippi here is lined with grain mills, factories, and train tracks. Smoke towers rising stark against the sky. But some of these factories are empty, and there's a tense look in a lot of folks' eyes. So we'll explore first.
3 delivery trucks sit on the waterfront, their drivers securing the cargo. 12 cop cars form a protective half-ring around them. Their occupants seem to be gearing up for combat.
Great.
You approach a pair of cops. The broad one pushes shells into a shotgun with a practiced motion and an undercurrent of excitement. His wiry partner indicates the trucks.
We gotta get these through. Keep them secure.
Secure from what?
The broad cop grunts. You been living under a rock?
Strikers,
Says the other.
socialist motherfuckers.
The broad one adds. The wiry cop looks away.
And why are they striking?
The broad cop sneers.
Doesn't matter. They better fall in line.
The other shakes his head.
My cousin's out there. I don't think their demands are...
Maybe you're standing on the wrong side. Come on.
So we can leave
They
or
walk
sabotage
off
their
to
car.
join a briefing huddle.
Yeah, screw these guys.
It's a token act of resistance, but it's something. You drop onto your belly, the car between you and the gathered cops, and locate the fuel line. You jab a knife into it. It takes a few attempts, but you nick it just right and cover your face as gasoline pours out. You stand to find the thin cop watching. He looks between you and the fuel leaking over the asphalt. The two of you lock eyes for a long second.
Go.
He says.
Thanks. Fuck cops, but not you. Appreciate ya. Got a new story. Let's earn some money. We can panhandle or look for work. I'm gonna look for work. Sure. This is the hospital one again. I read it out in a previous video. I don't think I really need anything. Yeah, no, I'm full up on everything. I'm gonna keep my money. Go to the train station. No, I don't want to go there. I'm gonna still exploring. Okay. Yeah, I want to go up here first, and then I'll come back down. So that means I have to cross the river again. Am I coming up on anyone's camp anytime soon? Oh yeah, there's a couple people. Okay, I better loop back and get them too. Now that I have new stories. What was it that I needed more of? It was... Okay, so swap that one out, and then what was the other one I needed? Come on, I know there was another one. Ah, the world. I didn't pick up any new stories from that, though. Okay, so now I have 93 stories, so I picked up stories that I was missing. Oh, there's a campfire. Okay, perfect. That works for me. And there's something over here, too. Excellent.
Here. Can you find her? His voice is soft, cooing. He's lowered himself down so that his head is level with the two blonde-topped boys next to him. Can you find Grandma? They're pulling ears of corn off stalks with uncommon gentleness.
So we can say hello or just watch. I'm not a creep, so I'm going to say hello.
You don't really say anything. You're just interrupted by the sight of the man's face, a subtle hole under his eye socket.
I didn't see you there.
The wormy body of a stalk borer crawls out of his skull.
You'd best be moving on, Drifter.
Hard to argue with that. I think I touched on it a bit before, but like the little things with the voice acting, like the subtle hesitation, the hitch when he's like, I didn't see you there. Incredible, very well done. I know that this game wound up not making its money back, which I find incredibly upsetting, to be totally honest with you. But it really should have. It deserved to. Oh, a new person!
I've met a lot of people like you on this road.
You've met a lot of skeletons on this road? Are you okay?
There's something you want from it, isn't there?
I want my soul back.
A desire that scratches and scrapes away at the sides of your body.
I don't have a good comeback for that. Something about only having bones
Does
left.
being out here feed that part of you?
Have you seen a man with the head of a wolf?
It's
Or a
that way for
jackal?
me. Living in a state of motion, resting nowhere, returning to no one. I've been a wandering ghost for a while now, and I'll be that way for some time to come. But that's a fate I should have known I was in for.
Fair enough.
I'm a poet, after all.
Ah,
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
oh, I have sad stories, my dude. I can hook you up. Let me see. Those are scary ones. Raven and the Salmon, Astronomer in the Desert, Old Janitor, Rose's Search. The couple parted by unemployment.
That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow. I liked it.
Happy to help.
The space you give to love is the same space you open yourself up for potential harm. That's an old truism, and I'd read all about that kind of thing from an early age. So, it's not like it should have been a surprise to me. Still, I wasn't prepared for how much it all going sideways hurt me as much as it did.
We never are.
The way I felt about Silas wasn't like anything I could remember feeling before. The whiplash from that is why I'm out here by myself now. Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
Another sad story. The Dead Boy in the Grain Silo.
The tragedy in that story, it's real. Have you ever tried writing poetry?
I have not.
I know sadness. These days, The melancholy just settles over me like a heavy bay fog. It makes its residence with me, and I accommodate it.
Living with ghosts?
I start to think, well, the world isn't made for being happy in, not for someone like me. My old friends have their happiness. Jess and Deborah, Pauline, Silas too, maybe. And good for them. It'd be wrong to begrudge someone their happiness, wouldn't it? No matter how jealous you are.
Very mature of you.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
I'm so glad I finally got someone who's not asking me for funny stories. Gaunt Shepherd. Bus which only lost souls can see. The story of the boy whose shiftless father left him alone in the woods. That one seems sad.
The tragedy in that story, it's real. Have you ever tried writing poetry? Freedom. Sometimes I feel like I don't know how to use it. When I consider my situation in the mornings, I mean, soberly, I know there's no way to bring things back to the way they were. I think I'll just find my own path. Surely, that's what's meant to happen now that I'm no longer bound to anyone. But how can I? That group was everything I knew. I was cast adrift by what happened, and I can't come to rest. Alone, out here. I spend too much time inside my own head. Can you tell me a hopeful story to lighten my mood?
I can probably do that. So I think I finally figured it out, and I was missing a vital piece, which was that I couldn't figure out how to swap the stories. So before, when I was leaving early, I was afraid that I was going to run out of stories to tell them. But now that I know that I can swap them, I no longer have that fear. So we'll tell the story of the miraculous canteen which provided water for a whole crew.
I like that one. Makes me feel the way Silas used to in the old days. Heaven, we look for it in other people. We all want someone to fill the absence in our lives. I would say, perhaps that's a lost cause. I search for someone out there, some kind of connection, someone to complete me. Silas said, you've become too attached to the idea that someone can complete you. Try letting go. So, this is me, trying to let go.
So I don't write poetry, but I do read it quite a bit. And there is a poem. I'll see if I can find it and link it in the description of this video. But there's a poem that's very similar to what this guy is saying. That I think the line that I'm looking for is something like, "You can't make houses out of other people," or something like that. I'll see if I can find it and link it in the description of the video. Very good.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. Do you know any stories like that?
Tell the story of the anonymous grave in the southeast.
That one was like getting locked out in the cold with nothing but your sorrow. I liked it. Change. I've seen a lot of change. Everything, everyone I thought I had is gone. Our friend Pauline, she had a big house and a husband who often wasn't around, so naturally, that's where we went for readings. We were wild, radiant, sweaty, alive. All kinds of people came, and all of them were poets. All of them with such beautiful souls. Each with so many things to say and the true heart to share them. It's hard to believe that's all gone now. I miss the old group. I really do. I still have that image in my head. Pauline's house, the poets, Jess, me.
I cannot pin down where this guy's accent is from, and it's driving me crazy.
But on top of them all, there's Silas. In my memory, he looms, he haunts. You ever meet someone so far above everyone else? It's like they were from a different plane altogether.
It's called putting them up on a pedestal.
That was him. A divine presence among normal human beings. Silas was part of the group, but at the same time, he wasn't. He was better than any of us. Wiser, gentler, stronger. We all held him in respect. We were in awe of his power as a writer, in reverence for the beauty of his soul. I still love him.
I can tell.
Look, I'm headed out this way. If you find yourself out there, maybe we'll meet again.
I can do that. I'll catch you on my way back. Alrighty.
There's something wrong about this lonely farmhouse. The cows have unusual rain over the porch, and the open door shows a cow lying in the empty parlor. The flower boxes are still well tended, though. There's outgoing mail in the box.
How strange.
The moment you step inside the fence, an old woman screams,
Hey! Hey! This is private property!
You quickly realize that the sound is coming from under the porch. Indeed, you can see her hollering at you through the slats of the steps.
What?
You can see a parlor set up in the basin under the porch. A flowery armchair, a rug, and a little lacquered table.
This is an inhabited home.
The old lady barks.
The cows live upstairs and I live down here.
Above, a cow thumps its hoof. She twitches and startles.
So we can say, I'll chase them off for you, or that's a way to live. Normally I'd say that's a way to live, but I want to see what happens if we try to chase them off.
Her whole face melts.
Thank you.
She sobs.
Thank you.
With a sharp stick, you carefully urge the 3 cows inside the parlor to exit. Soon the place is completely empty, except for the manure. She still kisses the floorboards in gratitude.
How did this happen?
I didn't want to tell anyone. They kept me trapped down there for weeks. I had to sneak out one piece of furniture at a time. At night.
She rushes to lock all the doors.
It was a mutiny. It won't happen again.
Okay. Well, good luck. The woman who hid from cows under her house. That's so funny. Very inappropriate to laugh at, but at the same time, like, come on. I'm gonna head up back this way for a second. Just for a second. No, I take that back. It's, yeah, just about time to end this set, so I'm actually gonna end this set here, and I will pick up the recording, and I'll go back up to the campsite, and then head back. So, yes, till then.